Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic through and through. Yeah, I just said I'm an alcoholic, and I am. But today, by the grace of God, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I couldn't be any more grateful. We want to welcome you to this platform regardless of what your addiction may be. You are absolutely welcome here. We support your pathway, all pathways, and whatever that may look like. We don't care. We're just happy you're here. We're just here to help, and we want to make sure that it works for you. If you're local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, this week, Tuesday night and Friday night, we have our in-person CrossTalk meetings at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church. I want to encourage you guys, if you've never been to a CrossTalk meeting in person, man, it's just so different. I still got note cards from Friday nights, and of course, this one's got to be from one of our good friends. Fuck it, fuck you, fuck them, fuck what they think. I am free. I know exactly who wrote this card. Anyway, if you've never been to a CrossTalk meeting, I encourage you to come on down, check one out locally if you're local to the Huntington, West Virginia area. With that being said, if you're not local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, I got good news. We're bringing CrossTalk to you. That's right, this Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, we are going to have our very first CrossTalk online meeting. Eric and I, we've been going over this for probably about 2 weeks now, back and forth, and he's got that concept locked in, and so he really helps me to kind of articulate that. And then I want to say real quick thank you to Crystal for letting me reach out and shove some ideas your way and get your feedback on those ideas last night. I really appreciate your feedback for sure. Go Lions. So what is CrossTalk, and why is this so different? Why is it so important? CrossTalk is a local meeting that we started here locally, and the whole premise is to, and I can't tell you the number of times we've said this, our whole goal is to make you feel like you're sitting at a table at the Waffle House, drinking coffee with a bunch of your friends. Our goal, our sole purpose in life is to engage you, to get you engaged, not to try to dissuade you, not to try to sell you on anything, not to try to say AA is the only way to do it. No, we don't even give a shit about that. Our sole purpose is just to engage you. Why is engagement so important? Well, very simple. We're not going to solve anything in life. No problems at all. Whatever problem we may be dealing with, we're not going to solve it if we don't talk about it. Right? We have to talk about it. We have to, whatever's bothering us, we have to get it out. Otherwise, it just consumes us and starts eating us from within. Right? So I can't help you solve a problem if I can't get you to talk about the problem. I'm not sitting here saying I have the answers or that any of us have the answers. No. All I'm saying is we got to get you to talk about the problem. We can't do that. We can't do that if we're in a room full of folks that are sitting there saying, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth. You're not 90 days sober, or you're not 60 days sober. You have nothing to contribute to this conversation. What? And then they turn right around and say the newcomer is the most important person in the room. I've been in rooms where that's happened. They've said, literally, at one point in the meeting, newcomer is the most important person in the room. And then later on, they're saying, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth. What's the newcomer here? The newcomer here's, fuck, I don't want to speak up at all. So therefore, the newcomer automatically shuts down and refuses to participate, refuses to engage. That means they refuse to start actively participating in their own recovery. See, again, we can't solve anything if we don't talk about it. You and I can disagree on something. That's perfectly fine, perfectly natural. It happens. We're human beings. We have different ideas and different opinions and express those ideas and opinions differently. That's okay. But we're never going to reach an agreement or reach a compromise if we don't talk, right? If we don't talk. I love it whenever I hear this too. This is one thing that really bothers me. And I have heard this in the rooms, sit here and listen to me fill you full of my recovery. And if you don't want to do what I tell you to do, then I will gladly refund your misery. Jesus. So you don't want me to talk, but you want me to sit here and listen to you tell me how I have to recover. And if I don't recover that way, you'll give me back my misery? Well, shit, isn't that why I came into recovery? Isn't that why I came into the rooms? So I wasn't miserable? I mean, I get the whole misery loves company thing. And I came into the rooms because I didn't want to be miserable. So if you're going to sit there and be fucking miserable, why the fuck am I even in this room? Right? I want to be in a room full of people that are happy, joyous, free. They're laughing, cutting up, carrying on, hazing each other like we're terrible at doing. I want to walk in and see, Belle and Eric over there with their little fucking football dollar bill things doing whatever they do and however they do it with the dollars. I want to hear Josh McCormick cussing somebody out. I want to, I want to see JD, every time I come in and I see JD, man, he just, it's just like, finally my brother's back. I want to see people that are going to lift me up. They're going to make me happy, make me want to be happy. But I can't do that if I'm not engaged. I can't do that if I walk in the rooms and the guys are telling me, sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to everything and do everything I tell you to do. I'm cutting off the engagement. And without that person coming into the room, if that person that comes into the room is not engaged, it's going to be a lot harder for them to recover. And especially when we're telling them we'll refund their misery. Well, shit. I got no hope. But again, the newcomer's hearing, if I don't do it exactly the way Drew does it, I have no chance. That's the last fucking thing I want you to think. I don't want people to think they have to do it the way I do it. No. I want people to think that I'm fucking here to help them do it however works for them, not the way that Drew does it. And that's the great thing about CrossTalk is a lot of the guys, especially the guys I just mentioned, they don't do it the way I do it. No. McCormick will tell you. He'll tell you, go fuck yourself. I don't like that. That the way doesn't work for me. You know why? Because he's tried them all. Same thing with Belle. Same thing with Eric. Same thing with JD. Deborah, Drinda. Oh my God, there's a whole slew of them. We've all tried it different ways. And guess what? We've all found ways that work for us. And that's why we're in the rooms, to help engage people. Hey, we may not be able to solve your problem, but here's some advice we can share with you that might help you. At the end of the day, I'm not going in the rooms to sit around amongst a bunch of strangers. I'm going into the rooms because I want to know no strangers in those rooms. I want to see them being happy, joyous, and free. And then another thing I hear is if somebody else is speaking, I might have a question. I want to ask that question, and I'm too ADHD. I'll forget the question if I don't ask it immediately. So while it may violate some rule of crosstalk, you're cross-talking in a meeting, don't you dare. Yeah. It may violate some rule of you're only allowed to share once. Some unwritten rule, you're only allowed to share once, otherwise you're double dipping. I don't care if you call it double dip. I don't care if it violates some unwritten rule about speaking once. I'm not getting sober to sustain your tradition or your belief. I'm getting sober because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm getting sober because I want to be sober. And I can't do that if I'm not engaged. And that's the point of the CrossTalk meeting. And that's our whole purpose in the CrossTalk meeting, is to engage you. If nothing else, just to get you talking. We don't give a shit what you talk about. Any type of recovery-related issue or question or problem, we're just happy you're there. We're just happy you're talking. And more importantly, we're just happy you're engaged, actively engaged in your own recovery. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Again, we will release the details of the CrossTalk online Zoom meeting here in the next day or so. We're waiting on DNS to catch up with us, so we'll see how that works out, but keep your eyes peeled for that. This Saturday night, 11 p.m. on Zoom, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time. So we're really excited, and what you might say, well, it's too late. Well, I can tell you right now, I remember many Saturday nights at 11 o'clock, I'm worried about getting to the liquor store. So Saturday night at 11 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, I'll get to a meeting, even if it's online. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I couldn't be any more appreciative. Folks, we'll be talking again soon. Hope you have a kick-ass Sunday. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.